So my mom just dropped me off and got my car over here. If you all recognize this area at all, dropping my car off at Fontana Dam, getting ready to hike from where I left off on the AT, from Deep Gap up here, about 81 miles. Today's Tuesday. It is July the 29th, and I hope to be here by this Friday around lunch. Well, Mom just dropped me off here at Deep Gap. We got Quigley here, and that way southbound, that way's northbound. Conveniently, AT North has an ATS over on that one for AT southbound. Got some people up over there, so there are other hikers out, so that's not that bad. And heading out from here. Excited, here we go. Well, I wanted to share something. I've only been on the trail for about 10 minutes, but met a guy who has seen my videos on YouTube. Seemed like a real nice guy. He was like, I think I know you. It's becoming a small world. All this digital connection makes our world seem smaller. Until you step out into these woods and you look around. And you can't hear anything. It's wonderful. It's certainly one of the reasons I try to get out, is to try to enjoy some open space without the constraints of technology and things like that. Of course, as you'll see later tonight, I actually figured out a way to incorporate a little bit of that in to make it easier to sleep if I'm solo. Huge thanks to my mom. It was real nice to get to hang out with her. This is really pretty. Big wide part of the trail. Definitely the green tunnel they talk about here on the AT. There's a good sized church group up on top of Standing Indian Mountain, which I'm heading down from. Made good time up, which is good because after my extended restroom break and needing to stop and find water there at the Standing Indian Shelter, I was about 20 minutes behind schedule, already behind schedule when I got dropped off, but Mom, thank you anyways, I appreciate it. I was hoping to have been out on the trail by 1 o'clock, made it out 1:45, so not that bad. Church group's getting low on water. I was asking, where's the next water stop? I said, where I'm going to be stopping, Beach Gap, about 3 miles up ahead. So I've got enough water to make me there, but just enough. Well, I feel rather comforted right now. I just passed a sign hanging on a tree. It said North Carolina Bear Sanctuary. Wonderful. Definitely been seeing quite a bit of scat, but no prints or anything. And good news is, I think, yes, I see blue there. I am at Beach Gap. It is 3:45. I mean, we're talking 3 miles an hour. I should most certainly make it to the 100-mile mark today. It's going to be Albert Mountain. Very excited. Let's go from there. All right, I just want to point out, when you make it to Beach Gap, there's a Blue Blaze Trail. This is down to water. The thing is out of the way. If you go up just a little bit, if you're carrying a minimalist water carrying system, just a small bottle or that's about it, you should be able to collect water further up trail, about the same distance, and then you won't have to backtrack. So if you make it to Carter Gap, my recommendation, particularly if it's rained at all recently, I don't know how it would be regularly, it's not on the map, just skip the Blue Blaze. Go a little bit further and find some water there. Now, that's the conditions as they are today. I don't know how they'll be when you come to do it. That was out of the way. So I've been walking through this, and suddenly wow. I mean, wow. This is a huge blessing for me. I've been needing something along these lines. I'm going to try to make it up and over Albert Mountain tonight. I'm not really sure where that is. I mean, this is just beautiful, though. Just beautiful. Whew. So beautiful. I'm curious how far out I can see from here. I'm really wondering what that mountain is. If I can get both poles to situate out that way. Because I think I can see that from Lake Jocassee somewhere. I don't know. I'm going that way. Alright, it's right at 7 o'clock. About 10 minutes ago I started climbing up from Mooney Gap towards Albert Mountain. I'll be cutting a little close. I'm already feeling this mountain a little bit. There's definitely some steepness. And I hear up here I'm going to have to put away my poles and crawl. We'll see. Hoping that I get some cell reception up on top so I can call my wife and tell her goodnight. I love her. Maybe text my parents and let them know what a big help it was again. But so far so good. So far so good. Last two water stops I did not treat. Did not treat the last two water stops. Just coming right out of the ground. That's something I'm finding I can handle. Certainly don't recommend that for everybody. But it's working pretty well. So I'm coming up this stuff. When they say Albert Mountain is fierce, believe them. I'm going up almost on my hands and knees. I'm debating upon putting my hiking poles away. Still pretty useful. Just had the second half of my last Snicker bar. Really like the new one. I'll show it to you later. So good. Looking forward to being up on top. Believe them. Believe them. Oh yeah. See that number? I'm at my 100-mile mark today. Yeah. I'm at Albert Mountain Fire Tower. I'm about to climb up. 7:30. Spot on. Yes. 30 minutes to do that last. Hour. 30 minutes to do the last mile and a half. I can't talk. I'll show you the view in a moment. Look at this. It won't let me go all the way to the top, but that's all right. I'm gonna place a couple phone calls and let you all watch the sunset some. I think that's Franklin down that area, I think.
Bless the Lord, oh my soul.
Well, it's about 8:45. They're about maybe 8:50. Got all set up for the night. Over here, I'm going to be cooking dinner in just a moment. I'm very much looking forward to that. If you go downhill, water's down here, keep on going downhill, and there's shelters on down that way. I didn't even walk that far, I'm tired. And the AT is right up here and crosses to the left to go north. That's where I'll be going in the morning. Had a real nice sunset right here through the trees. I think I'm pretty happy with this campsite. Got to talk to my wife. It was wonderful. I always love talking to her. But I'm going to cook some dinner, and I might talk to you again before bed. Trying the Inertia Trail Foods Perform Pinnacle Pasta. It's alright. It's not my favorite. plenty of carbs, protein, and fat, and all that good stuff. So it's all right. I'm supplementing that with some beef jerky that I got from my Secret Santa on Hammock Forums. As soon as I'm done eating, I'm gonna get ready to go to bed. I do have cell reception at this campsite. This is the Long Branch shelter. It's pretty cool. It's about 6:45. Got up at 5:15. I tried to get up at 5:15. I was tired, and I was sleeping so good. Being a little dehydrated gave me a headache. So drank a liter of water straight when I woke up. Drinking that much water that fast kind of gave me a little bit of a tummy ache. Elsewise, everything else is going great. Great morning. The weather has just been perfect on this trip. I couldn't have asked for better weather. So leaving the Long Branch shelter area, I just camped up on the hill. A little bit of breeze that night, last night, but nothing too bad. Trail is a bit of a stream right now. Going to try to make a 28-mile day today. That's not my original plan, but who knows? We'll see what we can do. My hair's standing on end a little bit. I hear a wild boar right up here. I know that that's what that noise is. I really don't want to encounter a boar. Those things are gnarly. Hopefully I can avoid it and scare it off before I get too close. Well, I'm heading down into Winding Stair Gap. I've been just feeling slow and tired. I took about a 5-minute break up at the peak of whatever mountain hill thing this was. I just felt crummy. I didn't even want to be on the trail anymore. It was one of those things where you just lack of food, lack of stimulation, just hiking. It was zombie hiking again, and I was feeling bad. My legs are fine. They're moving along just great, but my head, my body, I'm just feeling tired. I think I got up a little too early this morning. I stopped and ate some, and I had some beef jerky left over from last night, which is fine. I hadn't really hit the spot on my palate and in my gut, and I saw two section hikers, just kind of out and having fun for a couple of days, and apparently doing the Long Branch loop or whatever, and apparently that's pretty popular in this area. They really blessed me, just being able to see some other people and talk to them a little bit. I should make it down to Winding Stair Gap in about 10 minutes. That'd be about 9:30, so we'll move on from there. Well, it's 9:33. Made it here to Winding Stair Gap. It's all a bunch of trail maintainers. Thank you all so much. Those of you who help maintain the Appalachian Trail. I know I certainly appreciate it. Helps us go out and enjoy ourselves. Siler Bald's up that way.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just gonna press on.
Yeah.
I'm struggling. We'll see where we go. I'm losing energy fast. I just feel weak. I felt weak all morning. Yesterday my heart was so into the trail. Today it's not at all. My mother was almost not able to shuttle me the day before due to a nasty 24-hour bug which she unwittingly gave to me. I did not get the upset stomach that she had, but I did get the extreme fatigue and dizziness. I made the call to come off the trail feeling very weak at Weah Crest picnic area, about mile 115.7. I was already an hour and a half behind my scheduled 23.6 miles for the day and felt incapable of making up the mileage with my food supply. One of the men who I met on Siler Bald, named Mark, very graciously gave me a ride back to my car. I made it home just before I collapsed. I slept most of the next day too. Now I'm planning on getting back out as soon as I can.